My beloved child, listen to my voice and know that my heart beats with unwavering affection for you, now and always. For I am the one who formed you in quiet wonder, and I will be the steadfast light guiding you through every joy and every struggle of your life, no matter how hidden or overwhelming those challenges may seem. I stand by your side, ready to hold you close when night falls and your fears rise, assuring you that you are never forsaken. Even when you question your worth or wonder if anyone truly understands your pain, I whisper gently, I do see, I do care, and I will remain by your side. Trust in my promise, for you are safe beneath the shadow of my infinite love, and I will fill your future with hope and confidence, urging you forward into a new day. Embrace my presence as you take each breath, for I am ever near, like a comforting breeze that warms your soul, like an unyielding pillar that never crumbles beneath the weight of sorrow. Do not allow the voices of doubt or despair to define you, because I speak a brighter, truer word over your life. You are mine, and you have a place in my plan that no one else can fill. Rest in my arms, dear one, for even if your heart trembles with uncertainty, my grace will pour over you, easing your anxieties and granting you the quiet assurance that you do not walk alone. My words call out, do not fear, for I am here, and I will never abandon you, and let these words be your lullaby when the night feels too long. Allow my everlasting fidelity to cradle you with comfort, for I am your constant companion, unmoved by fleeting seasons and unaffected by fickle circumstances, and I yearn to envelop you with tenderness beyond measure. I plead with you, come closer, let your worries fade, and receive my blessings of calm. For my hands are shaping a blessed path, even when you cannot see it. Have courage. You are cherished with an everlasting devotion that outshines every hesitation and outlasts every darkness that attempts to cast a shadow. Look to tomorrow with faith, because I, the Lord of all hope, have made a way, and I will guide you, so that you may rejoice in my love and find solace in my unfailing promise. I see you as a precious treasure, uniquely designed for a purpose that reaches beyond what your current fears might tell you. I created you with intention, sculpting your soul and adorning your spirit with gifts that will illuminate the world around you. You are not a random spark in the universe. Rather, you are my carefully crafted diamond, shining with potential and radiating my glory even on the most silent nights. I delight in you, dear one, and as you draw near to me, know that your every breath is a song that brings me pleasure. You are of infinite worth, and I ask you to believe in your value, for I have poured my heart into your creation. Rejoice because your significance is everlasting, and I celebrate every moment you choose to acknowledge that you are loved. Never doubt that I, your maker, see the noble dreams buried within your heart, and I am actively nurturing them, just as a farmer tends to precious seeds in well-tilled soil. When you consider your flaws or replay your mistakes in your mind, remember that I view you through eyes of compassion and hope, longing to watch your talents flourish in my divine timing. Even if you feel overlooked by the crowds or misunderstood by those around you, rest assured that your significance in my kingdom is unwavering. I have woven my divine thumbprint into your being, and that bond cannot be erased by criticism, heartbreak, or season after season of stormy weather. Take comfort in this truth. I esteem you, and my esteem is not dependent on your achievements, but on my boundless love. Should you ever question your purpose or wonder if I truly treasure you in a world brimming with turmoil, let my words soothe your doubts. I designed you for more than mere survival. You are a bright thread in the grand tapestry of creation, and your life story intertwines with a plan that extends far beyond your own horizon. Every step you take resonates with my eternal harmony, and I rejoice when you stand with courage, pressing forward even when the path is uncertain. Receive my gentle assurance that your significance endures, that your worth remains unshaken, and that no trial can silence the echo of my proud declaration. You are mine, precious and irreplaceable. Look ahead now with renewed determination, for I take pride in your journey, and you shall stand firm, enveloped in the light of my unwavering encouragement. I am well aware of the weariness that grips your soul when life's burdens press down upon your shoulders, and I know the silent tears you shed when no one else is watching. You may feel that your heart is overwhelmed by responsibilities, deadlines, anxieties, and persistent fears that whisper discouragement into your ears. Believe me when I say, I have seen your nights of restlessness. I have understood your unspoken frustrations, and I have not turned away from your cries. Keep your head lifted, dear one, for my gaze is fixed upon you with compassion, and I am already orchestrating solutions and miracles that will bring relief to your weary mind. Even when worry threatens to overshadow your hope, be reminded that I am the anchor who holds you fast in the storm, and I will not abandon you in your time of greatest need. I realize there are moments when you feel like you're carrying a weight too heavy to bear, whether it's a beloved family member's illness, a financial crisis, or a hidden burden of guilt that torments your conscience. Understand that these challenges, though monumental in your eyes, are not insurmountable to me, for I am the God who parted the seas and delivered my people time and time again. In the same way, I stand ready to part the troubles you face, guiding you to safe ground and healing your wounds with my tender care. Your broken relationships, your anxieties over what tomorrow holds, your private grief that no one else can name, I see them all, and my heart resonates with your sorrow. You do not cry alone, for my tears mingle with yours, and my hand rests upon your shoulder, whispering that there is a brighter dawn. When trials come at you from every side, when your body aches or your spirit feels depleted, know that even then, I am your refuge, an unassailable fortress where you can catch your breath and gather your strength anew. Do not let fear grow in your heart. Instead, run into my embrace, and you will find shelter under my unbreakable promises. Trust in me when your resources are running dry, for my grace extends beyond the borders of your exhaustion, stepping in where your own efforts fail. When you cry out in frustration, I am patient. When you stumble in confusion, I am your steady hand. My love does not wane in the face of adversity. It becomes your sustaining power that lifts you beyond your limitations. Take courage now, for I am intimately familiar with every trial you face, and I will lead you toward release and renewal. I tell you solemnly, you do not have to navigate your hardships in isolation. Share your burdens with me, for my arms are strong and my shoulders are broad enough to hold everything that causes you distress. I will never ridicule or judge your desperation. Instead, I offer you my unwavering support and a gentle whisper. Rest your head here. Breathe, and allow me to bear the weight. And yes, dear one, I am even mindful of the smallest details you think unworthy of my notice. No tear you shed, no heartbreak you endure, escapes my attention. Therefore, remain hopeful, trusting that my love is enough to sustain you, even when the path seems unendurable. As you place your reliance upon me, hope will unfurl in your heart like a dawn that banishes the darkness of night. Do not be afraid of the trials that approach, for there will always be challenges in this life, and there will always be shadows that threaten to dim your faith. Yet I stand as an unchanging beacon, ready to uphold you, to soothe your troubled spirit, and to instill in you a resilience that can overcome every hindrance. When you quake with doubt, look to me, for I am faithful, and I am here to remind you that we will conquer every storm together. Hold on to this promise. I am an ever-present help, and I am calling you to lean on my strength and my compassion. Keep pressing forward with confidence, for just as the night must yield to the coming sunrise, so too will your sorrows yield to my unstoppable hope. I am your shield, standing between you and every weapon aimed at your peace, every arrow of discouragement, and every wave of chaos that tries to rattle your faith. Picture yourself standing under my protective wings, safe from the storms of condemnation, from self-doubt, and from the forces that want to steal your joy. My protection is not partial or temporary. It is complete and constant, reflecting my steadfast nature and my resolve to guard you in all circumstances. Even if the winds rage and the rain batters your walls, I assure you that my shelter does not falter, for I am the fortress that cannot be moved by worldly forces. Therefore, do not cower when the adversities of this life loom large, for I have sealed you with my promise. I am your protector, unyielding and invincible. Trust that nothing escapes my watchful eye, and I orchestrate every event for a greater purpose, even those moments that seem to bring only confusion and heartache. You might see only darkness in a particular hardship, but I see how this dark valley can lead to my abundant light, shaping your character and teaching you new depths of empathy. My protection does not mean a life free from all struggles. Rather, it means that I will protect what truly matters: your soul, your destiny, your relationship with me, and guide you toward ultimate victory. Let this assurance settle in your heart. Your steps do not wander aimlessly, for I have planned them with infinite wisdom, and I guard each step you take. When you feel uncertain and vulnerable, cling to the knowledge that my divine presence surrounds you, like a great fortress that no enemy can breach. Each day, my heavenly hands form a shield around the ones I love, and you, my dear child, are among them. Whether the threat is physical, emotional, or spiritual, my power covers you like a flawless canopy that deflects even the subtlest attempts of the enemy to sow harm in your life. Though the world may try to overwhelm you with terror and hopelessness, I will not let the floodwaters sweep you away, because my loving might is anchored in your midst. Even when unexpected challenges erupt like a fierce tempest, turning your plans upside down, be assured that I have not left you defenseless, and my angels stand guard at the gate of your being. Let your fears subside. Let your tears be dried by the warmth of my mercy, and take to heart this promise of safety that flows directly from my sacrificial love. The days ahead may have their battles, but I remain your mighty fortress. I am also your refuge in every storm, the safe haven where you can exhale your anxieties, set down your hardships, and find solace for your weary spirit. Imagine running toward me through a torrential downpour, feeling the cold rain against your skin, only to arrive in my arms that envelop you with an indescribable warmth, sealing you away from the danger outside. In this secure shelter, you don't need to prove your worth or defend your fragility. You simply need to be, trusting that I cherish you just as you are. I understand the heaviness you carry, whether it's regrets of the past, anxieties about tomorrow, or the pains of this very moment. Yet my shelter does not discriminate or reject. You belong here, under my wing, where I hold you firmly. whispering words of reassurance that no matter the storm's severity, I am greater than the darkest clouds. Let that realization awaken a new courage in your heart. Today, I bid you to approach me and let your tears water the soil of hope that I have planted in your soul. Lean against my immovable strength and discover that in my presence, you can shed your burdens without condemnation and find the renewed determination to step forward once again. Remember, dear one, that I never intended you to fight these battles alone. When you stumble, my hand is immediately there to lift you. And when you are too weary to walk, I will carry you upon my shoulders, supporting your every movement with unwavering dedication. You might be tempted to hide your vulnerabilities, but you need not hide anything from me, for my love is already acquainted with every part of your heart. Believe in my unstoppable might, for with me, no force can stand victorious against you, and no hardship can overshadow the bright future I have ordained for you. Let your mind find rest in this truth. There is no safer place to reside than within my fortress of compassion. Go forth now with confidence, knowing that wherever you travel, I journey alongside you, enabling you to stand firm with your face turned upward in hope, rather than cowering under the weight of despair. Trust that I have gone before you, preparing paths of redemption, healing, and victory. Be still in my embrace, recognizing the magnitude of my sovereignty, for I reign over every circumstance and hold you gently in the palm of my hand. I protect you not as a passive observer, but as a loving father who actively fights on your behalf. Hold on to my words, dear child, and accept my unbreakable vow. I am and forever will be your defender, safeguarding you through every valley and celebrating with you on every mountaintop. I invite you now to draw close to me in prayer, for that is where my heart hears the rhythm of your soul most intimately. Do not imagine that you need elaborate speeches or religious ceremonies to capture my attention. I am the God who perceives the quietest whisper of your heart, the faintest tremble of your spirit. When the burdens are too complex to voice, simply cry out my name in faith, and I will respond with the compassion that transcends all human understanding. Talk to me about your anxieties, your hopes, your dreams, and your regrets, and see how quickly my tenderness saturates every word you speak. I stand before you not as a distant ruler, but as a caring friend, a devoted father, and an ever-present companion, always ready to draw you nearer to my boundless grace. Let go of the notion that you have to figure out every solution before bringing your troubles to me. Do not fear that your requests are too small or too grand. Your every concern matters to me because you matter to me. When you feel unworthy or ashamed, remember that I see beyond your stumbling, and I call you by name to stand in my presence with confidence. Even if you have fallen 1,000 times, I urge you to speak to me from the depths of your heart, for my forgiveness and mercy do not run dry. In prayer, you find the connecting bridge between your mortal longings and my infinite power, a bridge that stands firm in both calm and tempest. So open your lips, beloved, and whisper your needs, your confessions, and your gratitude, for I cherish every syllable you utter in my direction. I encourage you to pray, not out of ritual or obligation, but out of a desire to align your heart with mine, to experience my encouragement, and to discover the steadfast friendship I offer. Speak to me at daybreak when your mind stirs with anticipation, and speak to me at twilight when weariness sets in, for my ears are never too heavy to hear. When fear knocks at your door, pray. When joy fills your spirit, pray. Let prayer become as natural to you as breathing, unforced and life-sustaining, bringing you closer to my presence every moment of the day. In that sacred communion, Your spirit will recognize the echoes of my love, and your burdens will find release in my unwavering embrace. Rest assured, dear child, that I hold your words like precious gems, storing them in my everlasting memory, responding in perfect timing with answers that will ultimately bless and uplift you. Allow my spirit to lift the veil of discouragement from your eyes, enabling you to glimpse a future illuminated by my glory and filled with opportunities for growth and restoration. I want you to see beyond your present struggles, to envision the harvest of joy that awaits you if you persist in faith and maintain connection with me. When you present your needs in prayer, do so with the conviction that you are speaking to a loving Father who delights in answering his children. My realm operates on faith and love, not on condemnation or doubt. If your heart is heavy with grief or uncertainty, pour it out before me and trust that my shoulders are strong enough to bear every plea. Each time you approach me in prayer, you strengthen the bond between us, a bond that no power in heaven or on earth can sever. I remind you that even the smallest step of faith delights my heart, and no genuine attempt to reach me goes unnoticed. If your words fail, if all you have left is a sigh or a single tear, I perceive the meaning behind it, and my response is one of compassion. I will not abandon you to wander the wilderness of your own mind. I will lead you out into greener pastures, where streams of restoration flow. Keep praying, keep believing, and keep drawing closer to me. For in that closeness, you will discover that I have prepared blessings you have yet to fully comprehend. As you trust me through your prayers, expect to see breakthroughs, both subtle and spectacular, forming a tapestry of grace that showcases my fidelity. Be assured, I hear you, I cherish you, and I cherish every moment you spend opening your heart to me in prayer. I also call you to trust me fully, dear one, even when circumstances appear bleak or contradictory to what you hope for. The human perspective is limited, but my vision encompasses eternity, and I orchestrate all events for the ultimate good of those who love me. Though you may be tempted to take matters into your own hands, remember that I can accomplish more in a moment of divine intervention than you can achieve through a lifetime of human striving. Relinquish your anxiety into my hands and remain confident that my timeline is perfect, unfolding precisely as it must. Let this truth settle within you. I never fail, I never forget, and I never cease to watch over my cherished children. If you release your grip on fear, you will find that my grace is more than enough to uphold you. As you put your trust in me, you affirm that my goodness outweighs every malicious force, that my love surpasses every heartbreak, and that my wisdom guides you even in the darkest night. Sometimes, the greatest test of faith is choosing to believe in my sovereignty when you stand at the brink of despair. Yet be assured, I am the God who breathes life into dry bones, who parts seas, who calls Lazarus forth from the grave, and who will not hesitate to do wonders in your life. Trust in my power and allow hope to blossom in the desert places of your heart. I do not ask you to ignore reality. Rather, I encourage you to perceive that my reality can transform what appears impossible. Every time you decide to trust in me, you open the door for miracles to flourish in unexpected places. Keep in mind that the future I have prepared for you overflows with promise. And though you may doubt how such blessings could come to fruition, I will not fail to guide you there. I know every detail of your journey, from the smallest step to the grandest leap, and my hand is woven throughout your story, ensuring that you are never left to wander aimlessly. Trust means letting go of your insecurities and letting my voice be the loudest authority over your destiny. Even if you stumble, even if you must wait longer than anticipated, I remain faithful, and I will accomplish what I have set forth. Let your heart rest in this assurance. As you cling to me, I will navigate you through the labyrinth of life, bringing you safely into the fullness of my plan. Look ahead with anticipation, for my masterpiece is still being painted, and its colors will dazzle your eyes. I encourage you to peek beyond the veil of your present struggles, to envision the harvest that awaits you if you persevere in my love. Picture yourself standing on fertile ground, gazing at the fruit that emerges from seeds of trust sown in adversity. Each prayer, each word of faith, each act of compassion, and each tear of repentance, these become the seeds that bear abundant fruit in seasons yet to come. Never think that your efforts to believe in me are wasted. I am the Lord of the harvest, and I am faithful to multiply even the smallest gesture of faith into a great bounty of blessings. Trust and see how I will surprise you with wonders that confirm my presence. Dear child, there will be times when the road ahead looks steep, and others may doubt or question your convictions. Even then, do not cease placing your faith in my unwavering promises. When you are tempted to believe that your circumstances are too dire or your doubts too many, recall the testimonies of those who walked before you and found that my strength was indeed sufficient. Their stories serve as a reminder that I remain the same yesterday, today, and forever, and my reliability does not waver based on the size of your mountains. Trust me boldly, even when you cannot see the horizon, for I am the one who shapes the horizon itself. Let that knowledge anchor you through the fiercest winds, and hold on to the certainty that I am forging a divine outcome, crafted with your best interests at heart. Consider the future I have laid out for you, a future marked by my grace, my favor, and my constant involvement in every facet of your life. I don't promise a life free from trials, but I promise to imbue meaning into every valley, to turn every sorrow into a stepping stone toward deeper understanding and compassion. As you walk forward in faith, expect new doors to open, fresh opportunities to arise, and a clarity of vision that lifts you above your present limitations. I do not delight in your suffering. I delight in your growth, your perseverance, and your unwavering trust in my plan. Prepare yourself, for I am preparing blessings that exceed your current comprehension, and I will orchestrate events so that you receive them at the proper time. Take comfort in my vow. I have prepared a future overflowing with blessings for you, a future where your wounds are healed, your tears are wiped away, and your dreams are redeemed in my presence. These troubles you face today, no matter how formidable, will, in time, fade like the memory of a passing storm. You will witness my miracles, perhaps not always in the manner you expect, but in a way that testifies to my kindness and my power working on your behalf. Let that promise be the beacon that fuels your perseverance, urging you to press onward through difficulties, confident that I am shaping your story into a narrative of triumph. Let your heart rejoice now, for I have already set into motion the forces of restoration, and you will soon see the evidence of my grace manifested in your life. Dear one, you are an integral part of my kingdom, and I desire to see you flourish in every dimension of your existence. Look beyond your current circumstances and see yourself the way I see you, radiant with purpose, crowned with hope, and brimming with potential. When despair tries to creep into your mind, remember my words. I have not forgotten you, nor have I turned my face away. Instead, I gather your concerns in my arms and turn them into testimonies of my unwavering provision. Embrace with confidence the truth that the best chapters of your story are yet to be written, for I continue to unfold new beginnings, opening fresh pages that lead to an outcome more glorious than you have imagined. My love for you remains unchanging, dear child, regardless of the storms that batter your faith or the doubts that cloud your vision. Let me say it again. My love for you will never fade. It is etched into the very fabric of eternity, woven through every moment, both good and bad, uplifting and discouraging. Though you may question your own worth or wrestle with feelings of failure, rest in the assurance that my love is not a fleeting emotion, but a steadfast covenant. Nothing in all creation can separate you from this love, and I will continue to reaffirm it through every season of your life. Even when you drift away in confusion or frustration, my heart remains open, longing for your return, ready to welcome you back into my embrace with rejoicing. Remember, child, that my love is your constant refuge, and in that love, you will find the resolution to your deepest fears. I bless you and your family, extending my peace over every household, healing wounds that have lingered, and restoring relationships that have grown distant or strained. I speak prosperity over your endeavors and well-being over your mind, that you may walk upright in truth and joy. Believe that the seeds of hope planted in your heart will germinate into testimonies that illuminate the path for others. As you come before me in prayer, carry your loved ones in faith, presenting them to me and believing in my capacity to transform lives. Yes, dear child, I do not limit my blessings to you alone, for I desire to pour out my goodness on all who dwell under your roof and all who find shelter in your care. With arms wide open, I declare my favor upon you, urging you to walk forward in my peace. Look ahead with confidence, knowing the best is yet to come. Even if this day has seemed riddled with obstacles, recognize that I am the God who can turn mourning into dancing, who breathes new life where all seems lost. Gaze beyond your current predicaments, because I will bring forth new avenues of opportunities, new friendships that edify your spirit, and new insights that will shape your perspective. Rest assured, beloved, that my grace knows no boundary, and my capacity to shower you with blessings stretches beyond your greatest dreams. I encourage you to keep your heart expectant, your prayers fervent, and your faith unwavering, for in due season, you will witness wonders that reflect my heart of compassion. Cherish my words now, and go forth with a renewed sense of hope, for your future abounds with my promises, and I will remain faithfully by your side every step of the way.